Hey everyone, Monty from Barbarossa Lives Game Studio over here on the Forge. Um, gonna try playing some. Haven't played this before, but I think I have everything set up for Broken Cask. This is a little book. You're going to be taking care of or running uh, an inn. So I've gone through over the last few days and have created the inn and my innkeeper. Pulling out some dice. You only need d6s for this. And it walks you through it in the book without any problem. It is all randomly generated. Some of the stuff you can just do yourself. I suppose you can pick if you want. I thought about that the first time and decided, I'll just, randomly generate everything here. And so what I have is, except the name, that, even that you can kind of randomly generate. So the Crown and Dagger is the name of the inn. It's out at the edge of town, and I just imagine it as being like partially underground, and you'll see why in a little bit. And it's nothing fancy. It does have some stained glass windows, so it's a little bit upper class, but then like teak wood furniture. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but... And then it gets like an in type, so exclusive club, meaning not that you have to pay or anything to be in there, but this is merchants and traders most of the time, so maybe it does, I don't know. It's a spruce juice is its signature drink. It's a tree bark beer. Interesting, huh? And apple and cheese pasty with anise, which I believe is a spice that I have no idea what it tastes like, but okay. And gambling cards, dice, those types of things are what they do for entertainment here. That'll be available at the tables and stuff. And then the unique things, ancient healing fountain in the basement. So every once in a while you will see these merchants and traders bring down their soldiers to heal up a little after a long, bad journey. Also in the basement, in a different corner, I'm just imagining there is a bottomless pit. Why? I don't know. And then a couple of large rats, or one large rat. I'm sorry, a large chameleon that sits around, and I just imagine it sitting up on a shelf somewhere, kind of blending into the wood and then moving a little bit, but it really wouldn't move all that much. And I'm not sure. Maybe it sits in the basement around if the healing thing is a little warmer or whatever. Everything else is pretty much just starting, so I don't have any prestige, which is its version of experience points. And then I have two people working here at the inn besides myself, or the innkeeper, which is Taja Clear-Eye, an elf retired adventurer who's running this inn. And then they also have Autumn, who is the host, who is a half elf, and Raya the brewer, who is a goblin. And we're going to see what happens here, because like I said, I haven't played, but all we really do is read the dice. So I will, that one probably, I might have to make that bigger, but we'll make this a little bigger so it's easier to read. So our whole thing here is 2d6, and I can roll them on here. I suppose there is a way on my Discord we could do that, but for today I'll just roll them and tell you what happens. And we start with a 3, so we go down for a special event. And let's see what our special event is. And this is another d6, which is a 2, and it says M3 Hippogriff Migration. So that's mind 3. If I hit it, it's times 2, and if I fail, it is a failure times 2. So if I remember right, Just want to make sure that I'm doing this right. The annotation. So if it says dice annotation, sorry. Just want to make sure that we're doing it. Getting ready to play. Come on, where is the part of the? I think I was way earlier than that. Let's see if it's in the bottom of the innkeeper attacks. And maybe it is D6 advantage, character disadvantage, flip, forward hit. It does not. I know that somewhere in here I read how to. Probably should have checked that before I started playing the game, but that's just part of what goes on. So that's the mind stat, the die annotation. Okay, so M5 means you roll, add your mind stat of the character, and a 4 or lower is a miss. So if we're at way back up here, there was a special happening over here, special event. So mind 3. So we take our roll, add the mind stat, and we can use the best of any of them. So I have a +3 on my innkeeper, so that's definitely what we're going to use. So I can roll, and I need to get over a 3. So I roll the 4, that's a 7. And so now we just need to find the tips chart, which is probably much farther during the bottom. This is all in a book, but I thought this might be a little easier to like follow along and not be so, like me just reading out of the book. Still be a few things that I need to do, but let's see. We go rare items, tips. So our first tip roll is a 1, and the second tip roll is a 1. So 4 gold pieces. So over here where it says gold, we'll change that to 18. So that is our first thing. And we just basically play till we decide we want to stop for right now, or until it might tell you, or you can't do anything anymore. We'll just have to see. I haven't played this before, so like I said, I went through all of this stuff. It seems like it's fairly easy. I did not read the entire thing, but past where I got seemed to be just nothing but either the charts or explanations of what we're going to do here, and I can reread these if there is something that I don't quite understand. One last thing is prestige. Let's see if it does show down here where it had some charts. Try to remember, because prestige is your session overview. That's the randomization, failure table, rare items, tips table at the bottom. So I don't see any more. Those are the special class that we can do anytime we want. So let's take a look real quick and see if I can find. Is there a? I believe there's actually an index to this book. That to me is kind of amazing for like a 70-page book. Oh no, that's not indexed. That is backers. That is okay. Session overview. 15. Well. Role example concerning fiction, play materials, taking action, experience points. You are told to mark XP, tick one box on the appropriate character, and here we go. Prestige represents the how much people know you're in. Check one box whenever your staff rolls a 6 or you're told to mark prestige. Okay, I did not roll any 6s. Once it's full, then you can use your influence task and increase your prestige level. So 6s is all we need to worry about with that. So now we are back to market trouble. What's next? And we'll roll again, and we are going to get a 7 this time. So we use the H, which I have a +1, +1, +1. It doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and use I don't think. Yeah, I mean, we might as well do XP if we. How did I just read that? Find that really quick, because now that I remember where the whenever you're told to check a box. Okay, so it doesn't do it unless it tells me to. So anyways, we are going to do H6 unique. Create a cleaning task involving your in-services. All right, and how are we going to do that? That sounds interesting. Cooking tasks, gardening, cleaning, 6. So unique task B7 roll tips. I don't know. I guess we're just making something up. So it's time to check the barrier and clean the area around the bottomless pit. Let's do that. So we need to get a 6 or better. And the best we have is only +1. So this is going to be a pretty difficult one. I need a 5 or a 6 on my roll. And it is, can you believe it? It is a 6. So now we get to go down to the tips again. I might have to figure out a little bit easier way to, move back and forth between these. But I need them, I guess, either way, you're not going to be able, I'm going to have to go through them, either way. But so the first one is a 5, and the second time is a 3. A 5 is 1d6 plus 1 gold, and that is a 1. So 2 gold, and a 3 is 1d6 minus 1. Whoops. And that is a 3. So we ended up with 6 more gold, so we'll put that in here as 18 gold. So 24. Now, there is a point here, since I find it real quick, where we can spend gold to do interesting things. Use your special tasks whenever you want. So I just need to find the table of the special tasks. So we could build, which adds a room. We can hire another person. We could use inventory to add to our prestige level. I will have to remember why we want to, do that. Influence to increase your entire prestige level. Well, we haven't even started it, so every time we roll a 6, which we haven't done yet, so we can roll on the market table. We can start a quest. We can gain a prestige point, um, or lose one. So it's like we can gamble on a prestige point. We can take action and you do the job instead of staff, one time per session. And so that if it's asking specifically the staff to do it, and train so that we can make staff improvements, which is 5 gold, and treat a regular to help them to level them up. I think we're just going to leave those for right now and see what happens. And let's just see until, I don't know, like something that doesn't seem like a good thing. So far, we're succeeding and we're not failing or anything yet. So we get a 6, which is a common guest. Okay. Service is 5. And common guest tax. Again, another, that is a 3. And so M4, townsfolk lodging for gossip and a good pint. So we need our mind stat to roll a 4 or better, and our mind is not, oh, I've got a +3 on that one. So yeah, that should be, I have a 5, that's a 9, we win that one. Roll on the, or revive an exhausted staff. Okay, we don't have any, so we're still on our tips. Which is, we might have to like do some of these where I cut them out and put them somewhere where I can see them all the time. And that is a 5, which is a 1d6 plus, which was a 4, so another 5 gold. Well, this is going quite well to begin with, I guess. I don't really know exactly like what to expect. Now, I could see this if somebody really wanted to write a story, and that might be fun to do. I'm not sure it would be a fun thing to watch me do, but it could be a very fun thing to do where you embellish each one of these things and keep moving, whereas I'm just basically glossing over them and not really taking any extra over the top of it. I'll have to think about that. Maybe there's a better way of us doing it, or if we could get some people play it and kind of play it together, maybe roll around, you know, if you're sitting around a table, roll and then try to tell the story, and maybe we could figure out a way to get that into a PDF or something that we can share out, and just make an interesting story out of it. It's just going to add to the time, that's all. But I think I'm just going to play for a little while until I get the gist of looking it up and knowing what I'm really doing here. So our next roll is a 5, which is a service. Right here, D6 is a 3, and that is an H4 Knight's Tea. Okay. So it's 1. So we need a 3 or 6. That does do it. Roll the tips +1 or send a staff on an adventure. Well, I don't know how to send a staff on an adventure yet. So we'll do this for the moment. And we got a 2, which is another 3 gold pieces. And I just want to check if there's a specific place for keeping track of. Nope. Oh, here's our special tasks. Okay, that would be helpful. Okay, and back we go. So I can, you know, this is supposed to be a solo game, and I could see, again, this could be really neat if you don't care how much time you take and what you're doing with it. Today I'm caring, just because I'm making this a movie and just learning to play, so that's fine. A cooking order, which is right here, and that is a 4. An M4 roast duck. Roll a 1d6 out of 1. The duck polymorphs back into its humanoid form, and you miss automatically. Okay. So I need, again, a 3, because 1 is the best. And it fell off. Again, a 4. So we're good that way, and we get it, and 1 service forward. Now, that one I remember that there's exactly something. I think it means that forward. Okay, on your next read, as on your next task, for example, -1H forward means that the next time the character would roll that, then you need to, okay, so the next time we roll a service, we do a 6 minus 1 is what I'm reading here. So over here there is a place where we can do temporary conditions, and let's see if we can find a -1 service cooking forward. I don't see it, so we'll just click. Is that gonna work? There it goes. This one, and service forward. All right, and we've done that. The next, what's happening is a 3. And on a 3, we do a special event. And let's see what these are right here for a special event. Another D6. And it is a 6. So a grand question. If you are able, complete the questing task. If you are unable, roll troublesome guest but use these consequences. Roll on the wondrous. Okay, so if you're able, complete the questing task. So where is the questing task? Let's go over here and see if I can find a rare guest. Mercenaries, rubber staff region. Those must be mercenary. Here, questing tables. Magical staff training, wondrous items. So, let's see what we find out about questing. Let's see if it'll give us something there. Time to figure this out. And prestige. It is not. It's not going in the rest of the places. Let's see if there is a table of contents that. Running you're in. The events table questing is on page 41. So let's see what we're going to do. Questing, you select a hero, which we do not have. So heroes are rare and strange. So we don't have a hero. So I'm going to just say we cannot complete the questing task until we generate getting a hero. Not sure how that happens, but what that does tell us now, that was a special. If you're unable to roll troublesome guests, which is a 6, and common. Staff market troublesome guest tax. Okay, and it says. Hey everyone, Monty from Barbarossa Lives Game Studio. Hey, we have another book that's on sale up at the website. This is from Penumbra, In the Belly of the Beast. It's a small little adventure. Looks like it has plenty of information in front. It is for Dungeons & Dragons 3.0. Published in 2001, and as with most of our books, just in gorgeous condition. This was normally $12. It will be on sale at half off for a limited time for $6. Go over there and pick that one up. Up here, but use these consequences. So it's a failure times 2 or roll on the wondrous items table if you can complete the troublesome gas text. So a 6 is an M7 unique creative task based on your anomaly. So somebody is trying to get into the anomaly is the bottomless pit. We are hoping somebody, are we going to threaten to throw somebody into the bottomless pit? That sounds like what we need to do. And again, we are on mind, which I happen to, and my character has a +3. So we need a 7. So let's see if we can continue our streak here. It is a 2 + 3 is a 5. We do not get it. So we need to go over and roll failure times 2. And I got to find the failure. I'm assuming that should be down here with the those are all the questing ones. Test rare items failure table. So the first time we get a 6 and we need to roll again on the first one, and that is a 4. Staff member has gone missing. Randomly select one staff and they cannot act on the next event. Alright, so we'll take our brewer, and they can't really do anything on the next event. No big deal. That's not too bad. And 2, roll again. All right. And that's a 6. And that is a 6. 1 -1 mind on the next time that I roll mind. So we have a -1 on the service and a -1 on the mind going forward. You'd think that would be -1 cooking, guest, 2 ongoing, -1 H, but not any -1. So we'll just have to try to remember it. It's -1 on our mind. So we only have a +2 the next time we use it. So that wasn't that didn't seem too terribly bad so far. Our goblin can't work for the next turn, and -1 the next time we roll an M. We roll a mind check. So I guess that's a good way of saying it. Mind check, body check, and the other one is it health check? It's an H. What is an H? An H. H is a here. Body, here, and mind. Okay. I guess that makes sense. And we're back to what we're going to do. And this is a 7. And a 7 is another cleaning task. And let's see what we're doing this time for a 7. And it is a 5. So dust the bookshelves. 6. So this is, we only get +2. That will take up that mind. And we made a 3. No, it's a 2. We did not pass that. So disadvantage next time you have a task involving wizards. Interesting. Disadvantage wizards. Not really sure why this just won't. It doesn't just seem to fill in very easily. All right. And let's see. We haven't really been at this all that long. It feels like it when I'm recording, because I don't want them to be like, I think I just did like a 2-hour one, and I think it's just too long, but we'll keep going. So the next, what's gonna happen roll is, I need to, is there a, I wonder if I could find a, I might have to just cut some of these out and put them somewhere. I don't know. Try to figure out a little bit quicker way of doing it, but maybe just after time I'll know where they are. So we have rolled a 6, which is a common guest. And I could also do this a little bit, but it just gets difficult to read. I'm not sure how it is for you guys, being that I have this wide screen all on a, you know, it's not wide when you're watching it. It's on a normal screen. So 6, cleaning task. And that is a 3. An H4, arranging the common room. So H, I believe the here is a +1 across the board. So we can't use the goblin, so that would use that up, and we're going to use our half elf just for sake, and that's in 3, which is the H4 3 +1. I did get it, so we get 1 guest forward. Not even sure. So that one, I will have to see what that one is. What does it say? I'm not even quite sure, like, exactly where to look all of these things up. Questing. I'm assuming it just means that at this point we have a storage. They're not a regular, we just have a guest. Okay. And our next roll is a 5, which is a service, which is this one right here. And this is a 3. And it's H4. Which again, so we can now use our goblin. We didn't do anything with the XP. We haven't rolled a 6. Like, I wonder if that's any time you roll a 6, or if it's just, no, I think it was just when you're rolling for a success or not, when you roll a 6. So this is the Knight's Tea, and we need a 3 or better. And we have rolled a 4, so now we get acting staff takes +1 H forward. Okay, well that was me. Oh, that's actually a -1. Good. So since it's not telling us we have to use anyone specifically, that would be me. So I get an extra 1 to my next roll with hearing. And 9 is our next role, which is a cooking order. And cooking tasks is a 3, a soup of the day. And we need a 4 from H, so I got +2 on this particular one. I rolled a 4, which means we go down to the tips. We are actually, I'm just rolling really well. 6, you given a rare item. Oh, okay. And that is a 4, which is a Tomb of Experience. Choose a staff and give them 1d3. So we will take our host. And I rolled a 5, so that would be a 3. So 1 and 2 is a 1, 3 and 4 is a 2. So we give them 3 experience, which allows them to, let's see here, rare items, innkeeper. What did I do? Did I read something wrong? No, you've been given a rare item, and then I rolled common ring, loot, innkeeper. Well, I don't remember. Where did I get this experience thing from? 1d3. I must have been rolling on a you've been given a rare item. Okay, I'm gonna take this away because am I missing something? Convert, lock it. Oh, nope, that's a Tomb of Experience. Okay, choose the staff and mark 3 experience. So I have 3 experience points. So let's go figure out what happens when we have 3 experience points with a staff member, if I can find this. Such excitingness. Events table, questing, the end, creating your world, running your inn. So let's see if we can find the rare items. Questing, and these are all rare guests, troublesome guests, special tasks, wondrous items. So we had quest break. Okay, so I gotta take some more actions. While I look this up, you can probably fast forward a little bit, but since I'm trying to be live on Discord, there's loot, the end, reference tables. Well, maybe it's not giving me a I'm trying to find specific things in these books can be a little difficult. Prestige, randomly select XP, appropriate character on your log, but it does not then say, at least at that point, what to do. So now we've created the world, we've created the innkeeper. We don't need to worry about NPCs at the moment. Running your inn. Let's see. I don't think it's going to be in all of these tables of running the inn. Staff quarters. Okay, other rooms. Alright, now, special task, common room. And freight. That's all of those that I looked for. And want this item. Magical persons take action. Trading tables. Sorry. Marking XP. If any of your staff successfully hit XP this session, so that would be the 3 at the end, mark XP by ticking one of the boxes in the XP column, and I can choose to mark the XP during the session so that I don't forget later. You do so. Okay, if a staff member has 3 XP, they can improve just as if you train them. Give them a +1 morale to a max of 3, or +1 to any stat for a max of 3. So, now it says we're supposed to do this at the end of the game. So what happens if I gain more XP than the 3, since I just did the 3? I think I'm going to, as soon as you hit the 3, we are going to give I don't know, let's do, since this is the one I don't have, let's do +2 to the hearing, and maybe that will be a good one for this person to get. Alright, and let's go ahead and keep going. What happens next is a 9, and that is another cooking order. There it is, cooking table, and that is a 5, and that is an M5 for our orcs. I think that, yeah, I think I know what that is. All right, an M5. So I have a 3. We need a 2. And that is a 3. We got it. And a roll tips, which is here. And that was a 1. So we get the 2 gold pieces. So this is kind of getting interesting in that I have enough to like upgrade a room. Take guest task, common desk task. So those are there because that's okay. We can't do some of these tasks without it. Where is that? Here it is. We can treat a regular train, so we can make a staff better. We can hire a hero and send them questing. Now that's a whole nother thing to do, but it might be a good place to. We can also do this. You know, I have enough money here that let's say I can spend, say, 15, because I started with 14. I'm over that. So let's just say I'm going to go do some reading to spend 15 gold. So I will write this down here and do some reading later on tonight about. Have a pen that works. Amazing. So we're going to read about, let's see, hire a staff. I'm kind of okay with that right now. I'll leave the building, but I'm really, I want to do the quest, the 3 gold pieces to get a hero. You can do a job instead of staff, but so far they haven't asked us to do the staff. So I'm gonna check on that and see if I'm doing that right, just in case. And if not, I'm gonna chalk it up to learning and treat a regular 5. Level them up, but I don't have a regular yet. We can train for 5 gold pieces. we can to increase your prestige level. What the heck? Let's do that one just to figure out what the prestige level is. And I will come back the next time we play the Broken Cask. We will come back and start from there. So I will put down that, let's see, at the end here we're going to hire a hero and level up prestige, and we're going to check on the use of staff and see if we can get that better. And obviously I guess I can't spell, never can, and we'll check that out. So there we are, playing a little Broken Cask, and Crown and Dagger seems to be doing all right so far, and just gotta remember to take away that gold when I do the task, which would bring me down, excuse me, to 20 gold, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's see, I just put, let's see, results in 20 gold for next session. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging around. If you want to, you're probably already a member. Maybe send some of your friends over to barbarosalives.com and have them join the Forge, and come over, play some games, talk, help build a great place for solo gamers and people who are going to build world build and want some advice or some help or some people to bounce it off of. I'm building a world that we're going to all do together. You can check out some of the polls and those kinds of things to start getting some answers there. But hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.